Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another pomade review, which I'm very excited about doing. Today we have Suavecito's matte pomade. So of course, more than likely, you've heard of the company Suavecito. And if you do not know, they have two pomades under their main line, which is the Suavecito line. They do have a premium blends line where there are a couple different types of pomades, but their main line, there's only two. There's the original hold, and then there is the Firme hold. So those are the only two products that have come out under their main Suavecito line, and that hasn't changed in years. So it's really exciting to see Suavecito come out with a third pomade or a third product after all this time. And I have heard some hype where people are saying things like, finally, this is the product that I've been waiting Suavecito to make. And the opposite, where people will say things like, well, this is already years late after the market. The market already has moved on, and so many other matte products out there are already dominating the market. Now that leads to the question, is this product unique or different enough or good enough to be able to take over a market that already has been dominated by other matte products out there? Well, let's go ahead and start by taking a closer look at the jar. Taking a closer look here at the container itself, we do have Suavecito's original labeling on here. Nothing really different from what they already have out there, except for the colors themselves. I do feel like they match very well, and I actually like this more than the original colorway that they have on their current pomades, and especially more than their limited edition type products out there. I feel like this feels really organic to what the Suavecito brand has. And I have to say that they really know how to dress up a white container, a simple white jar. It's your standard 4-ounce jar. Looking at the product itself, it is a white cream product, so it is completely different. It is a little bit of a thicker product, so it's not just a cream. And the reason I like that is because you still have to break it down, and it avoids over scooping the product itself. So in a way, it'll make it last longer there, even though it's just a white container. Really some nice details. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into the application. So I think my hair is pretty decent now. Let's go ahead and jump into the specs. Starting with the application, I would rate that as easy. The hold, it's a solid medium hold, closer to a strong hold. The weight, I'd say it's light. Now the scent, I would have to say that's 10 actually. It's perfect. It's just perfection. The shine, I would say it's matte to a low shine depending on how you apply it and depending on the type of your hair. Now, what are my thoughts? Well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the performance. When I talked about the easy application, I always talk about how these matte products usually feel like they have some sort of grip as soon as you apply the product. Some will kick in immediately, some will kick in shortly after. With this product, it feels like it gives you more than enough time to be able to apply it and not have any issues where it really feels uncomfortable on doing your hair. Now, I talked a little bit about the hold, and I do feel like it gives you a close to strong hold. Definitely gives you more hold than the Suavecito Premium Blends version of the matte pomade they have. So the control is definitely there, does give you volume, and it doesn't just frizz up your hair like some of these other products do, where even though it's a matte product, I still feel like I have a decent part. And yes, I do have some stray hairs, but nothing enough for me to feel like I have a messy look. It does give you the structure, the hold. I would say even somewhat comparable to the original Suavecito if you've used that before, except basically the shine is gone. So you get decent hold, decent structure of hair. You could definitely not use a comb and really go for a messier look, but also use a comb and have a style that's a little bit more neat, but at the same time with a natural look to it. Now, the other thing I didn't want to forget to bring up is the scent. I gave it a 10, which I believe I've only given Sheer Revival's Crystal Lakes pomade a 10 for their scent. It might be some of that nostalgia that kicks in since I used Suavecito as one of my first pomades out there. To me, a scent that is rated a 10 would be something that you just can't stop smelling. Like you just are addicted to it. And that's what happened with me with Crystal Lake. Just opening that jar would put me in a good mood. And the same thing is with this particular pomade. The texture of this particular pomade, since it is not a gel, it feels like the aroma is a little bit fresher. It's the same scent, but just in a way a little bit fresher. Now, with all that said, my rating for this would actually be as a daily driver. Yes, I believe the majority of these type of products have received a rating of a lazy Sunday, where you don't really care too much about your hair, but you just don't want to go out there with a fro. In this case, I would actually feel comfortable using this on a daily basis for all the reasons I've stated. It's a pleasure to apply. You actually get hold, and you do get a structure and control over your hair where it can actually make it look clean enough for you to go out there without having a messy look or just got out of bed look. Now that takes me back to my original question. Is it too late? In my opinion, I feel like this is an amazing product, but I do have to say that if you were looking for a matte look out there before Suavecito came out with this, you might have found it elsewhere. But to be honest, Suavecito does have a solid product that, in my opinion, does stand out from the pack. But those are my thoughts on it. It'll be really interesting to see how it actually does, and I'm really excited to see what other products Suavecito can come out with. You know, I want to do a giveaway in the next month or so, and I feel like I want to give away a Suavecito matte pomade. Let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see on the next giveaway, which I might do a Q&A where you guys have asked me some questions. And actually, that reminds me, in the last video where you guys asked me all the questions, I noticed that a lot of you were talking and were fans of A Tribe Called Quest. I got this album. I never really used the download cards that these come up with. So if you guys want the download code, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys want to keep up with the giveaways and new videos I'll be coming up with. And my question to you guys is, have you guys used Suavecito matte pomade? And what do you guys think about them releasing this product? With that said, guys, my name is George, and we will talk to you soon.